Welcome everyone! Hope you guys are doing well today! We have a new event finally in Idols of Starlight! I am so excited! Hello Nimby! Hello Wavemaster! Hello Emily! Thank you for stopping by, I really appreciate it! Lottie going gaga over an idol, that's different! I'm always here providing new content for all of you guys. I have never ever fangirled over a fictional man, especially if he's an idol. But oh my god, I'm so excited. We're finally getting events for this game. And first up, we have Hikaru, and they gave us an idol AU. Oh my god. I love AU so goddamn much. I'm so excited to see how this one works out. Hikaru's like my second favorite out of all the guys. Finn is number one. He is my first guy. So when they have his event released, I will be going crazy. It's gonna be so much fun. But I'm very excited to see what an idol AU would deal with for Hikaru. I'm really curious to see if they'll actually include romance or if it's just gonna be like a basic story. I am hoping there is still romance because romancing idol Hikaru, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Emily, I played High Times 8 and Cooking Demon Steve. I have not heard of that, but I'll definitely mark that one down. There are a few things I definitely want to try out. I heard, what was it, Enigma? That one is been released today. I have played the demo of that like last year. I gotta find it again, but I'm glad that's officially out. But yeah, I believe they also released 2 character songs for Hikaru, and I'm so excited to listen to them. I believe that it's an award once you finish the event, but the songs are on the YouTube channel, and I will react to those during our Ikemen Yapping stream this Saturday. I'm also excited for that one. I have so many things I want to show and talk about. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yes, we're just gonna go ahead and start off with Hikaru's event. Look, it's right there. First event. I'm honestly just so happy that they're still updating this game, even though it's like slow updates compared to other games I've played. Honestly, I really enjoy it. I get something every once in a while just to bolster all of that and just be happy with my guys. I love that. Oh, also, they released Hikaru card. Hold on. Ooh, not shot. I'm blind. Galaxy! I am only gonna do 1 10 pull, and that is it. I cannot spend any more. I'm gonna have to save everything up I can for Finn's card, whenever that one is released for his event. I may do another 1 or 2 10 pulls when I get paid this Friday, but for now, we'll just do 1 10 pull and we'll pray I have the best luck in the world. All right. Hikaru looking cute either way. Ah, not Hikaru. Well, we got a Noah card. Is the Noah one new? The Noah one, I don't think it's new. Let me check my cards. Oh, wait, no, I think it is new. Where is it? A girl might be blind. It is new. That means we have a Noah story. I definitely have to do another stream. No, wait. Oh, it's the ASMR. No, we won't do that yet. But we do got new cards, and I gotta fix all those later. But yeah. Manage your own cafe, become a donut therapist in this cozy kingdom. Cook changing donuts. Ooh, okay, that sounds really cute. I like little cafe managing type stuff. We're just gonna go ahead. And we're gonna start Hikaru's event. And hopefully my cute little Daisuke fan does not get in the way. If it is, I'll just switch it out for my little light pin and we'll be fine with that, hopefully. Hopefully, we'll see. But let us see what Hikaru's event has to offer. Time rewinds. When the gears of fate began to turn along a different path, our story began to take on a new form once again. What if, back then... Oh my god, wait, is this high school? Did you get it? Just look at his little face! With trembling hands, he checked the contents of the envelope. The audition results notice. I'm not about to cry. No, don't do this. It just started. He couldn't believe his eyes. No matter how many times he reread it, the word accepted was clearly there.
やった
The words slipped out before he could stop them. With the song Lottie wrote for me, I took my first step toward becoming an idol. Oh no. No, I'm not gonna cry.
早く報告しなきゃ。彼女の曲のおかげで
It's not gonna get me. Not
彼
this
女と
early.
一緒に掴んだ合格なんだか
Clutching
ら
the acceptance letter, he ran toward the classroom where she should be. Hikaru-senpai?
ね
What's wrong? You look so rushed.
合格した
Huh?
オーディション
Really?
合格したんだああ君が作ってくれた曲審査員の方々が
That's
すごく気に入
amazing.
ってくれて
I'm so glad.
ありがとう君がいなかったらこん
I
な奇
didn't
跡
really
は
do
起きなかった
anything.
そんなことない
Oh, the
君の
cute
曲があ
little
ったから
live 2D models just
俺は
moving.
本気で
It's
歌えた
so
んだ
cute. Request?
だからさ君にお願いがあるんだ俺がデビューしたらまた一緒に曲を作ろう君と一緒に
Chad, I'm
もっ
not
と
gonna
たく
make
さんの
it.
人の
He's
心
too
に届く
cute. He's so
音楽を作り
happy
たい
and
んだ
hopeful. He's... Oh my god, I know Hikaru route is actually gonna be my undoing. I can't do this. I am going to lose my mind. Is that really okay?
君じゃなきゃダメなんだ君の曲があればきっと俺は安心して歌える
He is very cute. I can't. Bro is just so happy.
一緒に頑張ろう
So in this AU, we're with him the whole way through his idol journey. Please, please, please. A luxurious apartment, illuminated by a dazzling chandelier. Standing there alone was one of Japan's top... He can make a top idol? Hikaru Kirishiba! There is no one who didn't know his name. Oh my god! Bro made it! Wait, idol outfit? Please, please, show me full live 2D. I need to see it closer. A deep sigh echoed through the quiet room. Today's live was another huge success. Cheers from fans, praise from the media, admiration from industry professionals. Everything was going exactly as planned, and yet... Is he by himself? Do not tell me him and MC just stopped contacting. The night view outside the window was beautiful, and success he had achieved was undeniable. And yet, a sense of emptiness spread deep within his heart. Don't give me angst already. Oh, Mari Lauder, hello, welcome, welcome. I'm new here. I watch all your videos about Idols of Starlight and I really enjoy them very much. And now Hikaru, oh, thank you. I'm so happy you enjoyed them. I really had a lot of fun playing the game. I definitely want more people to know about Idols of Starlight. It's just so fun. It wasn't always like this, so definitely him and MC stopped contacting is what I'm assuming. Back in high school, when he was making music with Lottie, singing had been so much fun. Good work today, Hikaru. About tomorrow's schedule. He responded mechanically to the call from his manager, just as always. Schedules, interviews, meet and greets, shoots, every day passed behind a carefully constructed smile. Oh, this hurts. You can tell there's a difference in the way he's speaking compared to when he first got accepted as an idol. As he sank into the sofa, his eyes fell on an album on the table. A photo album from his high school days, with pictures of him and Lottie. Bro, what happened? Why are we not in contact anymore? The days they spent in the music room, writing songs together. Afternoons talking about lyrics while eating sweets. The smile she showed when they celebrated his audition acceptance together. He picked up his phone. In his contacts was a name he hadn't reached out to in years. Lottie. In a modest apartment in the city, I was finishing up work on my computer. Lottie, that's my name. Phew, finally done. I stretched after finishing my documents. When I looked at the clock, it was already past 11 p.m. I turned on the TV without thinking, and a music program had just started. And now, please enjoy the latest song from one of the most talked about artists right now, Hikaru Kirishima. Oh, that hurts. The face on the screen was one I recognized. No, not just recognized, but could never forget. Cute outfit, cute outfit! His voice was as gentle as ever, but compared to when he was in high school, his presence had become far more refined. Bathed in dazzling spotlights, he delivered a flawless performance. He's amazing. He really became a top idol. I stared at the screen, filled with complicated emotions, happiness, loneliness, pride, and a quiet ache all mixed together. Back in high school, surrounded by so many talented people, I had lost confidence in my own abilities. That's why I gave up on pursuing music. But Hikaru-senpai achieved his dream and shines like this. But this is for the best, right? The professional world is harsh after all. I turned off the TV and headed to the kitchen. As I took milk from the fridge, memories of high school surfaced. Hikaru-senpai, what if we raise the melody in this part a little more?
Oh, いいね。やっぱり君のセンスはいいな。グッとくる。
The days we sat together, poring over sheet music. The joy of working hard to compose songs for him and hearing him sing them. Back then, music had truly been fun. But after graduating high school, I gave up on music. I believed the professional world was too harsh for someone ordinary like me. A world where only those with talent and perseverance, like Hikaru-senpai, could shine. I thought it was enough to just watch that world from afar. Then, suddenly, my phone rang. An unknown number. Who could this be at this hour? Nervous, I hesitantly answered the call. Hello? This is Lottie? The moment I heard that voice, it felt like time had stopped. Huh? No way. I definitely do. Hikaru-senpai? I couldn't believe it. Just moments ago, he had been singing on TV as a top idol. How do you have my number? Then how do we not have his number? Is this a new number? I did, since she became an idol. After he became an idol, he had sent a message saying he would no longer be using that number, that he would reset his contacts and move forward on a new path as an idol. That actually stings a little, but I guess understandable, especially if it's like a contract from his job. So I thought he had erased my contacts from his life. Have you been well?
うん。おかげさまでなんとかやらせてもらってるよ。
I'm
君は？
just working a normal office job.
そっか。ねえ、今度会えないか
Is
な。
hold on, wait, chat. Is the sound not synced? I'm looking at OBS. It doesn't look like it's synced. Oh my god, hold on. That is purely my fault. Oh my god, I didn't realize. Is the sound not synced? Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Let me check on my end to see if the sound is synced or not. I just realized that. I thought I fixed it. Okay, chat, I just checked. The sound is not synced. Oh my god, I am so sorry. I thought it was fine. Hold on, I can fix this. Give me a sec. I just have to switch it. We'll just switch it to that. To the capture card. Hopefully it's better. Oh my god, okay. I'm gonna scream. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize it was not synced. Why so suddenly? Are you sure someone like me is okay?
私なんかって、そんな風に言わないでよ。俺にとって
He paused for a moment. I could hear him taking a small breath.
とても大切な人だから。
I'm just still so happy he remembered me after all this time.
実は、君にお願いしたいことがあるんだ。電話じゃなくて、直接会って話したい。
Ask me?
君にしか頼めないことなんだ。明日の夜、時間作ってもらえる？
That's a bit sudden, meeting the top idol Hikaru. My heart pounded nervously. At my response, wait, I'm sorry, wait, can I go back? I could hear a disappointed sigh.
どうしてもダメかな。明日じゃないと都合がつかなくて。
I feel so bad that I was reluctant. I'm so sorry, Hikaru. Then I'll try to make it.
助かるよ。ごめんね、無理言って。詳しい場所はメッセージで送るね。それじゃあ、明日。楽しみにしてる。
Yes, tomorrow. Am I gonna make it? Probably not. My heart is not ready. Even after the call ended, I stood there for a while, still holding my phone. I'm gonna see Hikaru Senpai tomorrow. The feelings I had sealed away for 5 years began to stir quietly. Memories from back then came flooding back vividly. The melody of the song we created together echoed softly in my heart. Oh, and that was just one? What is that already heard? Okay. Wait, is this the musical composition for a song? On a Saturday night, I stood in front of an upscale restaurant in Aoyama, Elegant music drifted out from beyond the heavy doors. Is it really okay for me to go in there? I couldn't help feeling intimidated by such a high-end restaurant. The kind of place I would hardly ever step into. Even so, I gathered my courage and went inside. When I gave the name on the reservation, the receptionist smoothly showed me the way. This way, please. We have the restaurant reserved. Is the whole thing? Jesus! Money and power. Exclusively reserved? The restaurant I was led into was as luxurious as a scene from a movie. Chandeliers sparkled overhead, and the Tokyo night view stretched out beyond the windows. And the moment I saw the man standing by the window, I thought my breath would stop. Because Hikaru-senpai was standing there.
Yeah.
Hey! Hikaru-senpai, whom I was seeing again for the first time in 5 years, looked even more mature than he did on TV. Dressed in refined clothes, there was almost nothing left of the boy he once was. Hikaru-senpai. The person standing before me was definitely Hikaru-senpai, but none of that easygoing warmth from back then was there anymore. Standing there instead was the idol Hikaru Kirishima, wrapped in the aura of a top star.
久しぶりだね。
There it is!
座って。
Hey! Yeah, it's been a while. I feel nervous. Thank you. I'm really nervous.
まずは乾杯しようか。
Oh, a toast? Okay. As soon as Hikaru-senpai said that, a waiter approached without a sound and poured what was obviously a very expensive wine. Damn, dude! Going all out. I almost never have a chance to drink something this costly, so all I could do was feel flustered. This is such a lovely place. I just hope I'm not out of place here.
そんなことない。君にはこれくらいがふさわしいよ。
With that, Hikaru-senpai smiled at me with a mature gaze. And yet, that smile felt a little off to me, because I knew the smile he used to wear so freely.
それで、最近は曲作ってる？
No, I haven't written anything at all since graduating high school.
そっか。そうだったんだ。本当に音楽を作るのはやめてしまったんだね。
There was something disappointed in the way Hikaru-senpai said it. The thought that might have let him down made a sharp pain prick my chest. But Hikaru-senpai quickly smiled again.
実は君に頼みたいことがあるんだ。
Oh? Something you want to ask of me?
俺の新しいアルバムの楽曲を君に作ってもらいたい。
That is a lot to ask me. Huh? I looked up, thinking I must have misheard him, but Hikaru-senpai's expression was completely serious.
昔君が作ってくれた曲があったから俺はここまで来れた。
Hikaru, you're killing me, buddy.
君の曲を歌いたいんだ。
But I'm not involved in music anymore. Hikaru Mishi, right? 5 years of not contacting this man as he becomes a top idol? That is brutal, and it's so sweet though. He still kept thinking about us. Oh, Sailor Tobe, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
完全にやめちゃったの？
We're loving on idols today. Yeah, since graduating high school, I gave up on the piano sheet music. Everything.
どうして？
At that question, I faltered. But after gathering my courage, I forced the words out. I saw so many amazing people that I realized that I just don't have the talent. But I was really happy when you became a top idol, Hikaru-senpai. If my song helped even a little...
ねえ、聞いてくれる？
Alright. Cutting off my words, Hikaru-senpai leaned forward.
俺はね、心から歌いたいと思える曲を集めたアルバムを作りたいんだ。
You're too sweet, bro. Get me out of here. I can't. Songs you truly want to sing from the bottom of your heart.
ああ。でも、今の俺の周りには、本当の音楽を分かってくれる人がいない。
What? But Hikaru-senpai, you're loved by so many people.
売り上げとか話題性とか、周りにいるのは、そんなこと考えてる人たちばかりなんだ。レコード会社の連中は、売れる曲しか求めない。マネージャーは、数字のことしか話さない。俺の歌いたいと思える曲は、今の音楽業界のどこにもなかったんだ。
Saying that, Hikaru-senpai gave a lonely smile. I was left speechless, never imagining such anguish could exist behind the glamorous Hikaru-senpai I saw on TV.
そういう曲を歌ってるうちにさ、歌う意味がわからなくなったんだ。何のために俺は歌っているんだろうって。だから、もう一度音楽を愛する気持ちを取り戻したいんだ。そのために君が欲しい。君の力を貸してくれないかな。
But I've been away from it for too long. I haven't properly touched music in 5 years.
大丈夫だよ。君の中にある音楽は消えていない。俺にはわかるんだ。
He has so much faith in us. Bro, don't do this to my heart, please. As Hikaru-senpai said that, he looked straight at me. There was a powerful certainty in his eyes.
あの頃のように、二人で音楽を作ろう。今度は、もっとたくさんの人に届けるために。
Deep inside me, I felt something I had sealed away begin to stir. Music. The sense of fulfillment I had back then, the joy of creating, and the warmth of the time I spent with Hikaru-senpai. Am I really the right person?
君じゃなきゃダメなんだ。
Those words sounded just like the ones I have heard 5 years ago in the music room. To be honest, I still wondered if it was really okay for me to take on something this big. Part of me feared I wouldn't be able to do it. And yet, as I looked into Hikaru-senpai's serious eyes, before I knew it, I found myself nodding. Alright, I'll try. For the first time that night, a natural smile appeared on Hikaru-senpai's face.
ありがとう。本当にありがとう。
Stop it, you're too sweet, bro. I can't.
じゃあ明日からスタジオで一緒に作業しよう。時間はいくらでもかけていいから。
Starting tomorrow?
ダメ？もしかして用事があったかな？
Not really, but that's so soon. No, I actually happen to be free tomorrow.
なら、早速曲作りに取り掛かりたいな。早く君の曲が聴きたいんだ。
Smiling as if he truly meant it from the bottom of his heart, Hikaru-senpai beamed at me.
とにかく、乾杯をしよう。ここの料理は美味しいんだ。
After that, we ate while talking about old memories. It's so good. I've never eaten anything this delicious before.
本当？君の口にあったならよかったな。
Hikaru-senpai laughed it off casually. and brought the food to his mouth with easy, natural grace. Hikaru-senpai really did become a top idol. Every one of his movements was so refined that I couldn't help but watch him. Sipping his wine, Hikaru-senpai narrowed his eyes nostalgically.
覚えてる？君が初めて作った曲を聴かせてくれた時のこと。
I remember. I was so nervous that my hands were shaking.
でも、本当に美しい曲だった。俺、鳥肌が立ったんだ。
That's such an exaggeration.
大げさじゃない。あの曲があったから、俺は本気になれた。だからさ、久しぶりに君に会ってほっとしたんだ。君があの頃と同じ目をしていたから。きっとあの時みたいな優しい曲を作れる人のままだって、そう感じられたんだ。
You've changed, Hikaru-senpai.
変わった？
How should I put it? You've grown up. You've become even more wonderful. But somehow, I trailed off and fell silent.
どこか？
Ooh, we're gonna compliment him like crazy. You've become more mature.
2回言ったね。でもまあ、大人っぽくもなるよ。時間が経ったからね。君は変わらないね。優しくて、相手のことを一番に考えて。そういうところ、ほっとするんだ。今の君がどんな曲を作るのか、楽しみだよ。明日、スタジオで待ってる。10時頃に迎えを出すから。
Wait, you don't gotta do all that. I can walk. Yeah, that's really not necessary. I'll come properly on my own.
遠慮しないで。これから、君は俺の大切なパートナーなんだから。
Bro, don't do this. Partner. I really am going to be making Hikaru-senpai's album. Along with my surprise, I felt something strange stirring inside me. Hikaru-senpai was asking someone practically no better than an amateur to compose for him. It felt like there had to be a great deal of anguish behind that decision. On the surface, Hikaru-senpai seemed successful, but perhaps there is a deep loneliness within him.
ねえ。
Yeah?
今日は来てくれて本当にありがとう。久しぶりに心から話せた気がする。
I'm happy for you. Thank you as well. I was really happy to see you again after so long.
明日楽しみにしてるから。
Yes, I'll do my best. Nodding, I looked out the window of the upscale restaurant. The night view was beautiful, like an open jewel box, but somehow, the view from here felt empty. Hikaru-senpai.
何？
I hope we can make music together again, and actually enjoy it, just like we used to. At my words, Hikaru-senpai smiled a little sadly.
あ、そうだね。
Ah, Hikaru-senpai, you're killing me! I am dying! It's so sweet we finally see him after 5 years, but actually really sad too. Because we see, even though he's a top idol, he's just not satisfied with his work. Oh my god. Like, he's just going with the motions. Like, the studio gives him a song, he performs it, does dance practice, what have you, and it's successful, but he's not really putting his heart and soul into it. And he can feel it affecting him. Oh my god. We need to reignite that passion and love within him. The next morning, I woke up earlier than planned. What happened last night felt so unreal. I could almost believe it had all been a dream. I really am going to be making Hikaru-senpai's album. I took the sheet music I had put away last night back out from my closet. The notes I hadn't touched in 5 years looked as though they had come back to life. After getting ready, I left my apartment at the appointment time, only to find that the car sent for me had already arrived. You're Miss Lottie, correct? Mr. Kirashima is waiting for you. He even has a private driver. This really is an incredible world. Nervous but determined, I got into the car. The studio I arrived at is even more luxurious than I had imagined. In the spacious soundproof room stood the last recording equipment and a grand piano.
Ohayo.
Good morning! How are you, Hikaru? I hope you slept well. I dreamt about you last night. Alice said hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you're able to catch one of my live streams. Hikaru-senpai greeted me with a more relaxed expression they had worn the night before. Dressed casually, he looked even more like his high school self. Good morning. This is such an incredible studio.
気に入った?ここで一緒に音楽を作ろう。
Hikaru-senpai pulled out the chair in front of the piano for me. I cautiously sat down before it.
まずはピアノを弾いてもらえる?
Ooh, do I remember it after 5 years? Yeah, but I haven't played at all since graduation. My fingers might not move properly.
大丈夫。焦らなくていいから。
Hikaru-senpai sat down beside me. I touched the keys with trembling fingers. And then, my fingers immediately got tangled up. Sorry, I guess I really can't play at all.
大丈夫だから。
Hikaru-senpai placed a hand on my shoulder, as if to calm me down.
最初から完璧にできる人なんていないよ。俺も久しぶりに歌った時は全然ダメだった。
But
一緒にやってみよう。俺が歌うから、君は簡単な伴奏をつけてくれればいい。
a little. Okay. Hikaru-senpai stood up and moved in front of the microphone.
高校の時によく歌った曲、覚えてる?
As he said that, Hikaru-senpai softly hummed it for me. The nostalgic song we used to practice together back then. Yes, of course.
じゃあ、一緒にやってみよう。
I took a deep breath and turned to the keys once more. And then, Hikaru-senpai's singing filled the room. Wow, such a beautiful singing voice. Guided by Hikaru-senpai's voice, I let my fingers glide over the keys. Then, somehow, I managed to play the piano. Huh? But as I kept playing the piano and listening to Hikaru-senpai singing, a sense of discomfort began to grow. What? Hikaru-senpai's singing had definitely improved compared to 5 years ago. And yet, why was that? Somehow, it felt superficial. As if the emotion wasn't really there. Isn't that interesting? When the song ended, Hikaru-senpai let out a small sigh. Bro, it sounded like he didn't really want to sing. Oh, that's so goddamn sad, actually, just thinking about it. He really was like, okay, I'm glad that's done. Has so ingrained, like, the studio way they wanted him to sing.
やっぱりこれじゃダメだな。
Huh? When I looked up at him, wondering what he meant, Hikaru-senpai wore a troubled expression.
技術は上がったかもしれない。けど、何かが足りないんだ。
Something missing?
心かな。昔は下手でも、もっと楽しく歌えていた気がする。君も気づいてたんじゃない？俺の歌に足りないものがあるってさ。
That Hikaru-senpai had noticed the expression on my face. As I hesitated, Hikaru-senpai gave me a wry smile.
ごまかさなくていいよ。むしろ気づいてもらえた方がいい。歌に足りないものがあるから、君とまた曲作りをしたいって思って連絡したんだから。それで、俺はどうしたらいいと思う？
Don't really ask me. I guess maybe he needs to look inward. Like, why are you still an idol and singing even though you're not putting your heart into it? What's the reason? Hikaru-senpai said it jokingly, but there is a lonely look in his eyes. Does he have friends? Now that I'm thinking about it, does he generally have friends like other idols? I feel like if it was someone in the industry, it could help him out. Maybe they could like bond over maybe not feeling the heart and soul in their works. But as far as we know, it's just him and it's like his manager and all the people in the company. So does he not have friends? That's actually kind of sad though. Like not even a buddy? Unable to sing the way he used to. Unable to find the songs he truly wanted to sing. His eyes looked like those of a lost child. So I smiled and spoke. Then, why don't we try singing together one more time?
一緒に？
Just like back then, for fun. This time, I was the one who actively began to play the piano. It was a song we often used as practice back in high school. Hikaru-senpai's face brightened instantly, and then we started singing together. In that moment, the atmosphere in the studio changed. Not technically perfection, but the pure joy of music filled the room. When the song ended, we looked at each other and laughed. See, now you're enjoying yourself.
これだ。これだよ。この感覚が俺が求めていたものだ。
I'm so glad you're happy about it. I know I'm licensed romance or yandere otome. This is pure fluffy romance. There is no yanderes in this game. I had fun too. For the first time in a long while.
ねえ、君の音楽はやっぱり特別だよ。技術じゃない何かがある。
I could tell Hikaru-senpai truly meant it, and my heart warmed too. My music really can help Hikaru-senpai.
次は一緒に新曲を作ってみよう。
A new song?
まあ、今の俺たちだから作れる曲を。
I nodded. I could feel the creative drive I had sealed away quietly beginning to return. By the afternoon, we had begun working seriously on the new song. I played the basic melody on the piano, and Hikaru-senpai came up with the lyric ideas.
この部分、もう少し明るい感じにできる？
Something like this?
そう、それがいい。さすがだね。
We were both completely absorbed in collaborating again after so long. Hikaru-senpai, this lyric, this place to return to.
ああ、それは俺にとって音楽は帰る場所なんだ。 どんなに疲れていても音楽があれば安らげる。
That's a beautiful way to put it.
そうなるといいなって今は思ってる。
The expression on Hikaru senpai's face as he said that seemed somewhat complicated. It was as if he was saying that the music surrounding him now was different from the music he truly longs for.
帰る場所にまたしたいんだ。だからこのアルバムは必ず作り切りたい。でも今日君と一緒に曲作りをして確信したよ。君とならきっと作りきれるって。
Suddenly, Hikaru senpai's smartphone rang. A call. Is it his manager?
ごめん、電話だ。ちょっと待っててね。
Will do. Go ahead. It's important. He moved a little ways away before answering it. The moment he did, his expression suddenly tightened.
はい。わかりました。すぐに向かいます。
Work? Is it something that just popped up? After hanging up, Hikaru looked at me apologetically.
ごめん。急な撮影の仕事が入って。今日できるのはここまでみたいだ。
Understandable. No, please don't worry about it. Good work today.
本当にごめん。せっかくいい感じだったのに。
It's okay. Let's continue again tomorrow.
ありがとう。今日は久しぶりに心から音楽を楽しめた。
Thank you too.
じゃあまた一緒に作れる時を楽しみにしてるよ。また運転手に君の家に送っていくように言っておくから少しだけ待ってて。
No, it's okay. I think I'd like to stay here a little longer and keep working on the song.
そう。でも駅まで結構あるから車は出すよ。帰るときはここに連絡して。
Saying that, he handed me the driver's contact information before briskly leaving the studio. The expression on his face was that of a perfect idol. Okay, so what's happening with Hikaru? After finishing the unexpected shoot, my manager brought me to the reception room at Starlight Production headquarters. Hikaru. Oh, it's about me? Of course they would, like, scold him and reprimand him about doing this. What exactly are you thinking? Hiring an amateur to compose for your new album? I had intended to keep it hidden until the very last minute, but apparently, the information had leaked from somewhere.
当然か。マネージャーは俺のスケジュールを完璧に把握しているんだから。
Is this gonna be hard for him now? Feeling slightly irritated by the fact that everything about me was being watched, I still put on a smile.
どうもこうもないよ。俺が信頼できる唯一の作曲家を連れてきただけだ。
I looked into her a bit, and she appears to be a complete amateur. Asking an amateur to produce an album is absolutely unprecedented. Upper management at the record company is bewildered as well. This could damage your career, Hikaru.
心配いらないよ。クオリティには責任を持つ。
But
とにかく問題ないよ。俺が選んだ人間だから。
yeah, he's not gonna budge on this one.
これまでにないいいアルバムにしたいんだ。だから悪いけれどこれだけは譲れない。
Hikaru. Understood. In that case, I'll try negotiating on my end, but I want you to produce a demo for one song.
デモ制作。
We'll listen to the quality of that and make the final decision. That much is non-negotiable. If that one song does not meet our standards, then for the new album, you'll follow our direction. Understood? I mean, it's as best as we can get here. We'll definitely make it. Honestly, it frustrated me to feel like I was being tested. But I also understood that this was a reasonable judgment. The idol world is not a game. It's a place where enormous capital moves. The fact that we're even allowed one demo song was probably generous enough.
わかった。それでいいよ。でも必ずその一曲で納得させてみせるから。こっちも本気だってこと覚えておいて。
Alright, so now we gotta work on this damn song. We're definitely gonna make it, but that's so much pressure now. We had to have a complete demo. The next morning, I woke up with a heavy head, still worn out from staying up late working the night before. Phew. In the end, I didn't make much progress on composing after that yesterday. I hope I can write a good song today, at least. As I ate breakfast, I turned on the TV without thinking, and a music program was showing Hikaru-senpai performing. Performing on a dazzling stage, Hikaru-senpai was the very image of a perfect top idol. Oh, iconic line, stop it! A wave of shrill cheers rose from the audience. The fans were wildly shouting Hikaru-senpai's name. This is the real Hikaru-senpai, isn't it? The Hikaru-senpai on TV was completely different from the natural smile he had shown me yesterday in the studio. A perfectly calculated expression, a performance meant to captivate the audience. It drove home with painful clarity that this is what a true idol looks like. Can someone like me really write songs for Hikaru-senpai who's that perfect? Anxiety welled up inside me, making me feel as though I had stepped into a world where I didn't belong. Just then, my phone rang. It was a call from Hikaru-senpai. Oh, another? Okay. Good morning. Oh, okay, if you need me. Yes. Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine. I swear, I promise. I couldn't bring myself to say I was anxious, so I hurriedly tried to cover it up. Hikaru-senpai didn't ask any further. When I arrived at the studio, Hikaru-senpai was already there, fully prepared and waiting.
じゃあ、昨日の続きをやろうか。
Yes. I sat down in front of the piano, but for some reason, my hands were trembling. I'm sorry, I'm just a little nervous.
大丈夫。リラックスして。昨日、君が一人で練習していた曲、聞かせてもらえる？
Huh? The one I was practicing alone. You mean the one I was playing after you left Hikaru-senpai?
あ、うん。ごめん。スタジオに忘れ物を取りに戻った時に聞こえてきたからさ。本当に美しい曲だった。君らしい、温かいメロディーで。
But it's still not finished.
完璧である必要はないよ。大切なのは心がこもっているかどうかだから。 だから聴かせてほしいな。君の作った曲。
Smiling at me, as if to gently indulge me, I made up my mind and began to play the unfinished piece. The melody echoed through the studio. It might not be technically perfect, but it was definitely a song I had poured my heart into, wishing that Hikaru-senpai could sing wholeheartedly again. When I finished playing, Hikaru-senpai quietly applauded me.
すごい。すごくいいよ。
Really?
ああ。まだ少し調整は必要かもしれないけど、すごく素敵な曲だったよ。
But my anxiety still hadn't fully gone away. The image of the cool, perfect idol Hikaru-senpai I had seen on TV that morning was still burned into my mind. But Hikaru-senpai, you're so famous now. Are songs like mine really going to be okay?
どういうこと？
I saw your performance on TV this morning, Hikaru-senpai. You were so cool, so perfect. Someone like me could never measure up. I didn't say the words in my heart out loud, but somehow Hikaru-senpai seemed to understand them anyway.
そっか。君はそんな風に思ってくれたんだね。じゃあ少し気分転換でもしようか。
Change the mood?
そう。君が元気になって安心して曲を作れるようになるためのね。
Not the fancy restaurant again, Hikaru-senpai. But I do like how we still have this anxiety with our music, and even more so now that we're making music for the top idol Hikaru. Bro really wants us to make a whole album for him, so definitely understand the nervousness we're having. And a few hours later, I was at that same upscale restaurant again. Somehow, Hikaru-senpai had reserved it exclusively once more.
今日は何も気にしないで楽しんで。
Thank you, but a wonderful place like this is wasted on someone like me.
またそんなことを言う。ねえ、君は自分を過小評価しすぎてるよ。
Did we do this a lot in high school? He seems so used to it, having to lift up our confidence. But realistically speaking,
現実は君の音楽が俺を救ってくれたということだよ。
the expression Hikaru-senpai wore as he said that was incredibly serious. For a moment, the intensity of his gaze overwhelmed me. Hikaru-senpai?
テレビで見る俺が本物だと思う？
Huh?
あれは全部演技なんだ。
Ooh?
求められるキャラクターを演じているだけ。本当の俺は君が知っている通りだよ。不器用で完璧じゃない。ただの人間。
Hikaru, just letting you know you're perfect in my eyes.
そんな俺がもう一度心から歌いたいって思ってるんだ。それに君の曲が必要なんだよ。君の音楽には技術では表現できない何かがある。それが俺には必要なんだ。大丈夫。君にならできるって。俺は分かってるから。
Hikaru-senpai.
だから今日は気にしないで楽しんで。ここの料理は本当に美味しいからさ。さあ、とりあえず乾杯しようか。
Smiling with a mature expression, Hikaru-senpai escorted me to the table. Still feeling flustered, I picked up my glass.
じゃあ、新しい俺たちの縁に乾杯。
Kanpai! We clinked glasses and raised them in a toast. They began enjoying the meal together, just like last time.
どう？緊張少しはほぐれた？
Asking in a gentle voice, Hikaru-senpai set his glass down on the table. Yes, a little.
よかった。正直俺も最初はちょっと緊張してたんだ。
You were? Startled by his unexpected words, I looked up, and Hikaru-senpai glanced away a little shyly.
こういうの慣れてるように見える。まあ仕事では場数踏んでるけどさ。プライベートで誰かをエスコートするのはまた別っていうか。
As he said that, Hikaru-senpai casually slid one of the dishes a little closer towards me.
この店の看板メニューなんだ。よかったら先に取って。
Thank you.
美味しそうに食べるね。連れてきた甲斐があるよ。
Narrowing his eyes slightly, Hikaru-senpai smiled softly. He looked so polished, so effortlessly perfect. And maybe that was why I suddenly found myself remembering the Hikaru-senpai from long ago.
へえ、お花の形のクッキー作ってきてくれたんだ。かわいいな。お、これすっごく美味しい。すごい美味しいよ。君って音楽の才能もあるけど、お菓子作りの才能もあったんだね。
That's such an exaggeration, Hikaru-senpai.
大げさなんかじゃないって。本気でそう思ってるんだから。
I feel like the old Hikaru-senpai used to smile more. The words slipped out before I could stop them, and I froze. I hurriedly covered my mouth, but it seemed he heard me. Hikaru-senpai gave me a troubled smile.
そっか。君も気づいたんだね。君の言う通り、昔みたいに笑えていないって。本当は俺も分かってるんだ。でも、笑えないんだ。あの頃みたいには。
The look in Hikaru-senpai's eyes as he spoke was dark. There was a fragile uncertainty on his face.
実はさ、一度ステージで倒れたことがあるんだ。
What? When?
あの時から完璧にやらなきゃいけないって思うようになって。それで俺はアイドルとして笑うことしかできなくなった。
That really sucks. So him just collapsing on stage once made him realize he needed to be perfect and couldn't make mistakes ever again. But honestly, an idol who makes mistakes is more endearing. Like, we understand they can be perfect at singing and dancing, but just seeing the little mistakes makes them feel more human. Oh, Hikaru-senpai, you're hurting yourself, buddy.
実際トップになればなるほど完璧を求められるようになった。少しでもミスをすればすぐに批判される。常に監視されているような気分なんだ。
So he's been carrying all that pressure.
そんな俺の笑顔の違いに気づくなんて。さすがだね、君は。いや、そんな君だからまた見つけてくれるかもしれないって期待するんだ。俺が本気で歌えるような歌を。
Hikaru-senpai, that is so much pressure put on me, but I will rise to the challenge. I'll make sure you can sing with heart and soul again. You will smile wonderfully. Saying that, Hikaru-senpai took my hand holding?
君になら作れるって、俺は信じてる。だから、君も自分を信じて。
Hikaru senpai. He really does need my music.
もう一度一緒に曲を作ろう。今度は、二人で納得できるまで。
We're gonna raise our confidence. I'll do my best. I'll definitely write a song you can sing from the bottom of your heart. So that you can get your real smile back. I'm sure I'll find that kind of song for you. When I said that, Hikaru senpai smiled brightly, looking genuinely happy.
ありがとう。本当にありがとう。
That smile. It was the best smile I had seen from him all day.
じゃあ、君のやる気が消えないうちに、この後一緒に作曲作業に取り掛からない？
Together?
そう。夜ならレコーディング室も空いてるからさ。どうかな？
Hikaru senpai looked at me expectantly. Still uncertain, I gave a small nod. Oh, I like that. Hikaru senpai is finally telling us some of his little troubles he's having and the reason why he's this top perfect idol. And I really like he's finally opening up to us. So we are getting through to him. We just gotta make this song really good. Late at night, the recording studio was so quiet, it was hard to believe the daytime bustle had ever been real. Inside the soundproof room, it was just Hikaru senpai and me.
それじゃあ、気楽にやろっか。
Yes. Sitting down in front of the piano, Hikaru senpai motioned for me to sit beside him too.
こっちに座って。一緒に確認したいメロディーがあるんだ。
When I sat down on the piano bench, we were close enough for our shoulders to touch. I could feel Hikaru senpai's warmth, and my cheeks gradually grew hot.
ここのフレーズなんだけど。
Hikaru senpai's long fingers move across the keys, as if gliding over them. It was the phrase I had played for him earlier that day.
ここはこうした方がいいんじゃないかって思って。どうかな？
That's nice. But if that's the case, then maybe even more like this. When I showed him an added arrangement, Hikaru senpai smiled happily.
いいね。じゃあ次はこんな感じで。
And then next. That was how the two of us played the music together. Each time we played the piano with our hands overlapping, a beautiful harmony was born.
そう。その調子だ。
Playing together like this, it felt as though idea after idea kept coming to us. Without a word, we surrendered ourselves to the music. Something that couldn't be expressed in words was being exchanged through sound. This is fun. Wrapped only in the pure joy of creating music, I played the song together with Hikaru senpai. For a while, nothing but music echoed through the studio. Then, when the final note faded, silence returned. The two of us looked at each other and smiled at the melody of the song we had just played.
すごくいい曲が出来上がったね。
Yes, it's thanks to you, Hikaru senpai.
君のおかげだよ。君がリードしてくれた。だから生まれたんだ。これが俺の帰る場所なのかもしれないな。
By my side and never leave it. A place you return to.
そう。本当の自分に戻れる場所。君の曲が そんな場所になる気がするんだ。ねえ、よければ昔みたいに喋ってもらえないかな。
Oh?
敬語なんてなくて、ただの先輩と後輩だった時みたいにさ。
Hikaru's eyes looked straight at me. In them was a trace of the innocent boy he had been in high school. But, Hikaru-senpai, you're a famous idol now.
俺は俺だよ。変わらない。みんな、霧島光として俺を見てる。でも君の前では、ただの光でいたいんだ。
We're gonna be like, alright, we will attempt. No more KO. Okay, then is Hikaru-senpai alright? When I tried saying it timidly, a smile appeared on Hikaru's face.
ありがとう。
After that, we sat on the sofa and relaxed while drinking. The tension from earlier felt like a lie, and our conversation flowed naturally. Come to think of it, do you remember that thing about green beans?
おお。あの時は君にバレちゃって、
Oh?
恥ずかしかったな。
Green beans? Because you said you hated them, because you hated that squeaky texture. I'd never seen anyone dislike them for that reason before.
そんなに変かな。
Oh, I never noticed that about green beans. I really like them though. But I was surprised you liked Japanese sweets. Back then, I thought you didn't like sweet things.
今でも好きだよ。でも、事務所の人には内緒なんだ。
Oh.
イメージに合わないって言われそうで。
I'm sorry. I'm assuming they wanted to have like a cool guy type of personality or image for the fans, but I would love him even more if the cool guy likes sweets. We like the little gap in the personality. Give me some gap moe and I will go crazy for it. I see. That sounds hard.
まあね。でも、アイドルってそういうものだから。
Hikaru laughed as though it were nothing. Then he suddenly looked at me and narrowed his eyes.
君は変わらないな。
Huh?
いつも俺のことを気にかけてくれる。昔と同じように。君といると安心するんだ。完璧でいなくてもいいって思える。
Like he doesn't have to be perfect. I think you've already been trying more than enough, Hikaru.
そう言ってくれるのは君だけだよ。ありがとう。
That was how Hikaru and I kept moving forward with the composition together. I wanted to answer Hikaru's faith in me, his belief that we could surely make a good song. That's what I thought, but there should be no buts. What is going to happen now? Oh god, I'm meeting his manager. Hello, ma'am, sir? So you're the composer Hikaru brought in. Yep, that's me. That day, when I left the recording studio, the person who said he was Hikaru's manager was standing there. Him, okay. Hello, sir. Hi. Yes, I am the amateur composer. I will definitely do my best. Yes, I've been helping with the composition, but do you understand the value of an idol? Oh god, no. Can we not do this? Huh? Lately, I've been seeing Hikaru and you together quite often. To be honest, is this gonna be, he's scared there's gonna be rumors about us dating? Idols have public appearances to maintain. If the media finds out, Hikaru to the rescue? At that moment, Hikaru came out of the recording studio and stepped in front of me as if to shield me from the manager. His voice was low and restrained, It carried a sharpness I never had imagined from the usually gentle Hikaru. What did I say? That's an unfair accusation. I'm only thinking of what's best for you. Hikaru, calm down. She's an amateur. She has no track record. If people find out you're working with someone like that, it'll affect your reputation. And we also heard from the record company. They're asking, why would someone like Hikaru Kirishima use an unknown composer? They strongly want to assign a different composer. If you keep forcing this thought, it could even affect your future release plans. Did you not say you at least let us release a demo song to fully judge whether or not I'll still compose for him or not? Can you at least wait until then? Back the hell off. Woo? Is it a threat? I'm only telling you the reality, so you're threatening. A tense silence hung between them. I could do nothing but stand there frozen.
何を言われても俺は関係ない。彼女の曲がいいと思ったから選んだ。それだけです。
Hikaru.
この曲は絶対に完成させます。彼女と一緒に。
Oh, I'm so happy. He's actually standing his ground here. He's not letting them bully us. Especially me. Hikaru looked straight at the manager. The profile I saw was not the face of the idol he always showed on stage, but the face of an artist who had made up his mind. The manager let out a deep sigh and left without saying another
ごめ
word.
ん。嫌なもの見せた。
When Hikaru turned back to me, his expression looked a little tired.
気
Hikaru,
にしないで。俺が何とかするから。
he gave me a gentle smile, but that smile only pierced my chest even more deeply. Because of me, Hikaru had been pushed into such a painful position. If I hadn't been here, we're not gonna have this damn mindset right now, not halfway through his damn story. Are we just gonna separate ourselves willingly? I feel like at one point the manager might say something to us that'll make us think, okay, we need to separate from Hikaru and just never see him again. And that's gonna hurt me if that happens. The next day, and the day after that too, Hikaru kept writing songs with me just the same. But the voices I overheard grew louder day by day. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Our insecurities are gonna take over. Using an amateur, Hikaru's really fallen. She was probably only picked because of the connections anyway. At this rate, Hikaru's career would take a hit. Those whisper conversations exchanged in the studio hallways. Hikaru said nothing, but surely they were reaching his ears too. I'm causing trouble for Hikaru. This can't— is it already happening? Give me like an extra chapter or two. And so, one night after finishing working, I made up my— oh my god, I made up my mind on my
今日も
own.
いい感じだったね。サビの
I'm
部
so
分
sorry, Hikaru
すごく
senpai.
良くなってきた。
We're gonna hurt this man's heart. Yeah. So are we gonna tell him, or are we just not gonna contact this man ever again?
どうしたの？元気ないけど。
I couldn't bring myself to look at Hikaru senpai's face as he peered at me with concern. Hikaru. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I think I'm gonna step away after all. Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Even though you stayed with me all this way. But if I stay, it'll only cause trouble for you, Hikaru. It might even hurt the fans who are cheering for you.
待って、何を？
I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. I was really happy to write songs for you, Hikaru. It felt like a dream, but I don't want to become a burden on you. My voice nearly started to shake. Fighting back the tears that threatened to rise, I forced a smile. I'll keep cheering for you from now on too. Thank you for everything. Saying that, I turned away. In that instant, he suddenly grabbed my shoulder.
待って。
Don't look at me, bro. I'm trying to run away from you. He pulled me back around, and Hikaru looked straight at me. His eyes were filled with an intense seriousness.
行かないでくれ。君を失いたくない。
Huh?
君がいないと、俺は本当の意味で歌えないんだ。君の曲が俺には必要なんだよ。
After saying that much, for some reason, Hikaru-senpai suddenly caught his breath. Looking flustered, his gaze wandered, and he let go of the hand that had been holding my
ごめ
shoulder.
ん。こんなこと言って。
Wait a minute now, Hikaru-senpai. Were those words said with the hints of love, maybe? Your true feelings?
こんな風に思うなんて。
Wait, no, hold on.
俺は君に寄りかかってたのかもしれないな。
Hikaru-senpai, don't you dare. And it ends like that! I'm gonna lose my mind. Hikaru-senpai, I swear to God, don't you dare do anything rash. I am going to scream. Oh crap, we're 1-6. We're about halfway there. Were you leaning on me? When I asked what he meant, Hikaru-senpai looked slightly
君は
uncertain.
俺の家族のこと何か知ってる？
Wait, no! I don't think we learned... Did we learn anything about his family? I think the only person we really learned about family troubles was Finn's route, because Finn's route was all about like his dad and everything. If I remember right, your father was a
そう
salaryman.
だね。ごく普通の堅実な家庭だった。だからかな。俺の両親は芸能活動にずっと反対してたんだ。
With a dark look in his eyes, Hikaru began speaking in bits and
芸能
pieces.
人なんて不安定な仕事をするなって毎日のように言われてた。
Ooh.
特に父さんは厳しくてね。絶対に俺に音楽の道を選ぶことを許そうとしなかった。高校の時も音楽なんてやめてまともな大学に行けっていつも言ってたよ。
I didn't know that.
今思えば父親なりに俺のことを心配してくれてたんだろってわかるよ。ただ褒められた記憶がないんだ。
Huh?
テストでいい点を取っても当たり前だ。何かを頑張っても関心を持ってもらえない。
That definitely hurts, especially if you put so much of your all and work hard towards that
褒められ
goal.
たかった。でもどれだけ頑張っても関心すら持ってもらえなかったんだ。子供の頃からいい子でいようと必死だった。成績も上げてお手伝いもして。でも結局何をやっても認めてもらえなかった。家ではいつも一人だったよ。誰も認めてくれなくて疎外感しか感じられなくて。だから学校の音楽室が 唯一の逃げ場だったんだ。ここでなら自分らしくいられる。
Thinking that, I play the piano there every day. Here, no one would tell me not to choose music. It didn't matter if no one acknowledged me. And then, she appeared. A junior 1 year below me,
あ
Lottie.
の子だ。いつも楽譜を抱えて歩いてる子。
I stopped playing and quietly watched her. When she noticed me, she looked a little surprised, then gave a small bow. Sorry, I didn't think anyone was here.
いや、いいよ。君もここに来るんだ。
Yes, I like the music room after school. It's quiet, and all I can hear is my own sound. Her words surprised me a little, because I realized she felt the same way I did.
俺もだよ。
That was my first conversation with Lottie. After that, it became natural for us to make music together. What if we tried changing the melody here, like this?
お、いいね。じゃあ、コードはこう変えて。
Yeah, that's really good. Hikaru-senpai, you really are amazing. Oh, that's why he likes the praise and compliments, because his family never gave it to him. I think it was probably just an offhand remark, but to me, it made me unbelievably happy. I had been acknowledged. Someone had called my music amazing. Words I could never hear at home. Words no one has ever given me. This girl gave them to me so easily.
あ、俺、今すごく楽しい。
The time the two of us spent together in the music room, lit by the setting sun. Back then, that was the only sure light in my life.
君が俺の音楽を聴いてくれたとき、初めて認められた気がしたんだ。君がすごいねって言ってくれたり、もっと聴かせてって言ってくれたり。あの時の俺にとっては、君の言葉が支えだった。君に背中を押されて、俺は自分の夢を追うことができた。芸能界に入れたんだ。でも、どんなに成功しても、心の穴は埋まらなかった。認められたかったんだ。誰かに必要とされたかった。親の愛情に飢えてたんだろうな、俺は。だから、芸能活動も必死だった。
He's compensating so damn
ファンの
hard.
声援を浴びるたびに、やっと自分の価値を感じられた気がして。それでも、物足りないって思ってて。
Because all the praise from the fans is good and all, but it's not really what he's looking for. Hikaru laughed bitterly at
でも
himself.
さ、今ならわかるよ。俺がずっと追い求めてたのは、あの頃の記憶だったんだ。
Those memories from back
夕
then.
方の音楽室。隣で楽譜を覗き込んでくる君。すごいねって笑ってくれる声。
Hikaru's eyes locked onto mine.
ね。俺にとって君は、一番最初に俺の音楽を認めてくれた人なんだ。
Hikaru.
だから俺、多分君に 寄りかかっていたんだと思う。
I see. So that's why Hikaru kept saying my songs were good. I had always wondered why he chose someone amateur like me. But for Hikaru, those memories from back then meant everything.
でもさ、それでもやっぱり君の曲がいいんだ。確かに君との時間が俺にとって支えだったかもしれない。でも君と再会して君の作る曲を聴いて思ったんだ。君の曲じゃなきゃ歌いたくないって。君と作る音楽じゃなきゃ意味がないんだよ。だから降りるだなんて言ってほしくないんだ。俺にはやっぱり君の曲が必要だから。
The moment I heard those words, my chest tightened painfully. I thought I was only causing trouble. I thought I might just get in the way of his entertainment career. And yet, he was telling me that wasn't true. To the me who'd been about to quit just moments ago, Hikaru was laying bare feelings this honest. I wiped away my tears and smiled. Hikaru. Then, a place where we can make music together, just like in that music room. I'll make that place again. When you're tired, Hikaru, when you want someone to acknowledge you, I'll become a place you can always come back to. So it's okay for you to come back here again. Hikaru's eyes widened, and then, with a face that looked ready to cry, he smiled.
ずるいな、君は。
Am I?
そうだよ。そんなこと言われたら、絶対に君を手放せなくなる。じゃあ、俺と一緒に曲を作ってくれる？俺のそばにいて。
Always. I'll stay by your side.
本当に？
Oh, the little breath of surprise they do every time is the cutest and most endearing thing ever. Yeah, I promise. And I'll do my best with the songwriting too. I'll make songs that everyone will recognize. To protect the place where you can always come back, Hikaru. A few days later, we were standing in the studio once again. One song we have talked about through over and over, revised and rebuilt again and again. As the manager, producers, oh, we're showing them the demo! And record company staff watch, Hikaru-senpai stood in front of the mic. Please, you guys have to accept this one, right? It's good, right? Hikaru closed his eyes. He drew in a deep breath, and then his voice rang out through the studio. Amazing! There was something different about Hikaru singing now compared to before. His perfectly polished technique was still there, but now it carried a gentle warmth as well. It was like he had taken off his armor. His honest emotions were pouring into the song, just as they were. Through the glass, I could see the manager's face slowly fill with surprise. This is the new Hikaru Kirishima. When the final note faded, the studio fell silent. No one said a word. Hikaru looked over, slightly uneasy. The one who finally broke the silence was the record company representative. Mr. Kirashima.
はい。
Let's go with this song. Oh, we did it! God damn, hell yeah! Oh, we made it. Our song was chosen. Like, you know the song's gonna be chosen for story reasons, but it's still so damn nerve-wracking to wait for their actual reactions to it. But I'm so happy for you, Hikaru! Honestly, I'm surprised. I never imagined you could sing like this. This is the best you've ever sound. Even the manager, arms still crossed, gave a small nod. I'll acknowledge it. This song definitely has something that only you can bring out. It seems your decision to choose her was the right one. Yes, Hikaru, that was truly wonderful. I feel like I've seen a whole new side of you. This album is absolutely going to succeed. The moment he heard those words, Hikaru's face lit up instantly. And then, he bowed his head deeply.
ありがとうございます。
And then after that, people from the industry had all gone home. Once we were alone, Hikaru rushed out of the booth and took my
やっ
hand.
たよ。
You did it!
ああ、君のおかげだよ。君がいてくれたから、俺はこの歌を歌えた。これまでで一番自分らしく歌えた気がする。君のおかげだよ。君と話して純粋に歌う気持ちを取り戻せた。やっとそれで君の曲が俺の背中を押してくれたんだ。純粋に歌いたいって思える曲を君が作ってくれたから。君と一緒に作りたいと思って。よかった。君にお願いできて本当によかったよ。
I could feel Hikaru's warmth through our joined hands.
この一曲で関係者全員を納得させられた。君にアルバムの楽曲をお願いできることになったんだ。このアルバムの曲を君と一緒に作っていけるのが楽しみだ。これからもよろしくね。俺の作曲家さん。
Seeing Hikaru smile shyly like that, I nodded back with a smile of my own. Yeah, I'm the one who should say that. I'm counting on you too, Hikaru. Holding each other's hands tightly, we laughed together. Right now, I could hardly wait for everything that lay ahead in making this album. Oh, that's so great. I'm so happy our demo was finally accepted. Now we have to make the rest of the album, and that should be fine. We got the go-ahead for this whole thing. It had been 2 weeks since album production began in earnest. We've been practically living in the studio day after day. But that day, Hikaru hadn't arrived yet, so I started composing on my own. 30 minutes after the time we had agreed on, the door finally opened.
ごめん、遅れた。
Oh, it's perfectly fine. I was working a bit before you got here. Morning,
おは
Hikaru.
よう。ごめん、待たせちゃったね。
No, I'm fine. More importantly, are you okay, Hikaru? You've really seemed exhausted lately.
大丈夫だよ。テレビ収録が連日続いてて。
Jesus, bro. You're gonna have a break, right? Please do not burn yourself out, I swear to God, Hikaru. We are not playing this game. Even as he said that, Hikaru's steps were heavy. The fatigue on his face was obvious. Don't push yourself too hard. Let's take it easy today,
あ
okay?
りがとう。でもアルバムの締め切りもあるし、それにこれぐらいなら大
Hikaru,
丈夫だよ。
please. Hikaru, I swear to God, I am not playing this game where you pass out on stage performing.
さあ、早速曲作りに取り掛かろ
The next day, we were working on the third song. What do you think about this melody line? I played it for him on the piano, but Hikaru's reaction was slower than usual.
まあ、
He's gonna burn out us. Oh my god, please do not do this. Hikaru?
あ、ごめん。もう一度お願いします。
Seeing how clearly absent-minded he was, I started to worry. Maybe we should stop here for today. It's okay. I think I can manage the songwriting on my own
い
somehow.
や、大丈夫。君に迷惑かけるわけにいかない。
A burden?
俺が頼んで始めた制作なんだから、俺がしっかりしないと。
Just then, Hikaru's phone rang. It was his manager.
霧島です。
Hikaru, good work. About tomorrow's magazine shoot. As he listened to the call, Hikaru's expression grew even darker.
はい。はい。わかりました。
After hanging up, Hikaru let out a deep
明
sigh.
日も朝から夜まで撮影だ。
Oh, it sucks. He has the work. Like, I wish he could say he just needs a break to work on the album, but there might be like a compromise type thing. Like, yeah, we'll let you have this whole album. We accept her and everything, but you still need to do your other idol work. And that's probably something he never had to worry about when he had the song studio make all the music for him instead of him actively working on it. You're that
ア
busy?
ルバムの宣伝も兼ねてるからね。断るわけにいかないんだ。
Damn it. I see. Then leave the songwriting to me. Even on my own, I'll do it
で
right.
も
I want you to always trust me. I'll make it into a great song. I promise.
そうだよね。君ならきっといい曲にしてくれる。じゃあお願いしようかな。
Hikaru smiled as he said that, but even in that smile, his exhaustion showed clearly. That evening, I was practicing dancing. It was preparation for the performance for the album release. Hikaru, one more time, please. The movement in this part is a little drenched in sweat. I repeated the movement again and again. But no matter what I did, I couldn't get my usual sharpness back. Hikaru, you don't seem to be feeling well.
すみません。もう一度。
If you break an ankle... Oh! At that moment, my foot tangled and I fell. Hikaru? The staff rushed over in a
大
panic.
丈夫。大丈夫です。
You're not fine, bro. Your ankle's probably snapped in half. Sit your ass down. Go to the hospital. Rest, I swear to God. I am shoving you into that bed. I tried desperately to act calm, but the dizziness was so bad that I couldn't get back up properly. And then, as that was happening, my consciousness faded away. Hikaru, you're stressing me the hell out. Stop it. Every time they have to add this for idols. Oh my god. Okay. Can we push back the album release, please? Contact the manager right away. Contact a hospital? Hospital first, then manager. Maybe it'll be better like this here. That day too, I was working on the song. They never contacted her about Hikaru, did they? Oh my god. Wait, we did? Just then, a message came to my phone. Oh, he did! Thank you, manager! It was from Hikaru's manager. Oh, right. There's supposed to be a meeting tonight with the manager too. After thinking that and checking the message, I froze in shock. Because it said the meeting had been postponed since Hikaru had collapsed. Oh, thank God you didn't end it there. Hikaru? When I hurried to the place where he was said to be, I found Hikaru sitting on the sofa, looking a little... Did you not bring him to the hospital? Even a private doctor?
いや、来てくれたんだ。
I'm gonna lose my mind. I heard you collapsed. Are you okay?
心配かけてごめん。でも、大したことじゃなかったんだ。
Hikaru, I am gonna pull you by your damn hair.
でも、君が来てくれて嬉しいよ。
Yeah, yep. It's totally exaggerated, right? As he said that, Hikaru pretended he was fine. When he tried to get up from the sofa, I hurriedly made him sit back down. It's okay if you rest. Don't force yourself to act like you're fine.
本当に平気だから。
Okay. He started to say it, then slowly shook his head.
君に強がっても仕方ないか。
Okay. To support Hikaru as he slumped back against the sofa, I sat down beside him. Then, a little hesitantly, Hikaru leaned his weight against my shoulder. Oh, I would find this so romantic, but I'm kind of pissed off at you right now, bro. Like, please. It's fine if... Hikaru, it's fine if you depend on me. I'm here by your side for a reason.
君が来てくれるって思ったら、すごくホッとした。
As he said that, Hikaru gave a relieved little smile. Feeling relieved too, I squeezed his hand tightly. Of course. If I heard that someone important to me had collapsed, I'd be running, wouldn't I?
大切な人。
Yeah, you're important to me. Don't think about anything right now. Just rest.
君の手、温かいね。
Even as he said that, his Hikaru hand was cold. He still wasn't feeling well. With our hands still joined, a quiet stretched out of time passed. Hikaru, it's okay if you sleep for a bit. I'll stay here. Rare for him, Hikaru nodded obediently and closed his eyes. Still holding his hand, I quietly watched his sleeping face. He looked so vulnerable now, so oddly young, that it was almost impossible to imagine this was the same person as the perfect idol everyone else saw. He's always smiling for everyone around him, but really, he was this exhausted. How much does he go through every day, just to keep showing everyone that perfect image? Oh, is that my cat? Which one? Yo, are you okay, buddy? Hi, Skinny. Are you coming over here? What do you want? Oh, you're leaving the room. Okay, never mind. He just wanted to leave, not ask me for affection and love. I wonder how much time passed after that. Eventually, Hikaru slowly opened his eyes.
俺、寝てた。
I worry about Hikaru, right? Bro, it kills me. He just wants to continue working, but bro needs to rest for real. Yeah, for about 30 minutes, I think.
ごめん。情けないところを見せたね。
It's not like that.
情けないよ。
Hikaru gave a wry smile and lowered his eyes softly to our joined
俺さ、
hands.
いつも思ってるんだ。完璧じゃなきゃいけないって。アイドルとしてファンの前に立つ時も、テレビに出る時も、取材を受ける時も、 隙を見せたらダメだって。
Hikaru's voice was quieter than usual.
笑顔でいなきゃ、堂々としてなきゃ、弱いところなんて絶対に見せちゃいけない。そうしないとみんな離れていくってずっと思ってた。
Hikaru.
だから俺は霧島光を演じ続けてきたんだ。完璧で自信満々で何でもできるアイドルを。
Hikaru's fingers tightened around my hand.
でも君の前だとなぜかそれができなくなるんだよね。
Huh?
不思議だね。君といると完璧じゃなくてもいいかもって。
Hikaru lifted his face. There wasn't any of that usual confident shine in his eyes. Instead, there was a light in them that seemed uneasy and yet gentle.
疲れてる時は疲れてるって言いたくなるし、辛い時は辛いって言いたくなる。格好悪いところも情けないところも全部君には見せてもいい気がするんだ。こんなこと誰にも言ったことないんだよ。君が初めてだ。
Hikaru smiled awkwardly, but that smile was completely different from the perfect one he showed on the stage. It was simply a genuine smile, straight from the heart. He says something like that. We're gonna say I'm happy. Because you're letting me see your weak side, Hikaru. It makes me feel like you really trust me. You don't have to be perfect. If you're tired, rest. If it hurts, say so. I'll always be on your side, Hikaru. And when I said that, Hikaru's eyes widened for a moment, and then he smiled with a face that looked close to tears.
本当にずるいな、君は。
You said unfair again.
だって本当にずるいんだもん。
Oh, don't do that
そ
to
んな風
me.
に言われたらもう君なしじゃいられなくなる。
Hikaru gently wrapped both of his hands around our joined
あ
one.
りがとう。君がいてくれて本当によかった。
Lit by the setting sun streaming through the window, Hikaru's profile glowed softly. Not the perfect idol Hikaru Kirishima, but the sight of him smiling simply as one person. I thought it must be a special expression that only I got to know. Are we seeing the little blooms sprouting of love? Oh, Hikaru! It had been a week since Hikaru recovered. Album production had been going smoothly, and we had finally entered the final stage. Morning,
おは
Hikaru.
よう。今日もよろしくお願いします。
Hikaru's complexion looked good, and he seemed like a completely different person from the last time when we had overworked himself. You're not pushing yourself, are you? Hikaru, you're not overdoing it, are you? When I asked out of concern, Hikaru smiled and nodded.
信用して。もう無理はしてないから。
Having said that, Hikaru checked the
今日
schedule.
はアルバム1曲目の最初の歌取りだね。
Ooh!
ついに始まるんだ。君とのアルバム作りが。 このアルバムで変わるんだね。霧島ひかるが。
And then, at last, the recording for the first song, the core of the album, began. Through the glass, I could see Hikaru standing in front of the microphone. Hikaru, are you ready?
はい。
Hikaru gave a small nod. I could see a trace of tension in his expression. It was probably because this was the very first song, and he was nervous. Alright then, take one, start. Hikaru, please nail this. The accompaniment began, and Hikaru started to sing. Please be good. But for some reason, he seemed unclear. Oh my gosh. There is always a damn
すみ
problem!
ません。もう一度お願いします。
Are you sure you're okay, Hikaru? That's okay. Let's go for take two. He redid it several times, but Hikaru still couldn't find his rhythm. Even by evening, he still hadn't managed a recording he was satisfied with. Hikaru, shall we take a short break? Yes, please, for my sake too. I'm about to crash out.
大丈夫です。もう一度。
Hikaru, I swear to God. There is impatience in Hikaru's voice. Hikaru, don't push yourself.
でも今日中に撮り終えないと。
At that moment, Hikaru face. What do you mean it went pale?
あれ
Are you okay? Hikaru put a hand. No, we're no. If they're doing what I think they're doing, what's wrong?
声が。
No! We are not doing a Chihaya right now. No, fuck. Oh my god, no! I thought we were done with the angst and the heartbreak. Oh my god, do not do this shit to me. Chihaya. Oh my god. First Chihaya, then Mobo, and now it's happening to Hikaru. I'm not fine, y'all. I am not fine. Oh my god. And can we just go away? The studio fell silent. What?
ああ。
Hikaru tried to speak, but only a hoarse sound came out. Yeah, we're gonna have to hold on, chat. I am not prepared for this bullshit. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean Hikaru's voice is not coming out? The moment they saw how pale Hikaru had gone, all the staff panicked at once. Oh my god. Yeah. Is it psychological like all the other... After Hikaru had gone to the hospital and returned. Apparently, he was diagnosed... He was diagnosed with stress-induced aphoria. Stress-induced? It's a condition where it is psychological! Where psychological stress temporarily causes the voice to stop coming out. Fortunately, there is no physical problem, so if the stress is reduced, he should recover naturally. Oh my god. How long would that take? Bro, it's stress related. It could take forever. It varies from person to person, but it could be anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, and we don't have that much, right? When is the album supposed to be released? While the manager continued explaining, Hikaru kept his head lowered the entire time. His face showed intense shock. Bro. So that means today's work ends here. I'm sorry. especially after asking everyone to come in. No, not at all. Hikaru's health comes first. As the staff began preparing to leave, I walked over to Hikaru. Hikaru? He's definitely not okay. What can I even do in a situation like this? Saying it's gonna be alright sounds so pointless, so empty. He didn't answer. He just kept staring at the floor, clenching his fists. Alright then, Hikaru. Go home and get some rest today.
少しだけここにいさせてください。
No, we're dragging this man out by his damn neck. But
一人で歌を確認したいんです。
even me, I have to leave too? But pushing yourself any
お願
further.
いします。
Hikaru kept repeating that stubbornly, his expression still rigid. Seeing the urgency in his profile, and feeling the strength of his feelings, I quietly spoke up. I'll stay with him, and after a little while, I'll make sure he goes home properly. The manager hesitated for a moment, but eventually gave a small nod. Understood. Just make absolutely sure he doesn't push himself. Yes. One by one, the staff left. Before long, only Hikaru and I remained in the studio. Just the two of us in the wide studio. The silence hung heavily in the air. See you guys later, I have to leave? No problem! Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful day.
情けないな。
It's not, Hikaru. Everything's stressful for you. It's understandable. Hikaru muttered in a hoarse
アイ
voice.
ドルなのに声が出ないなんて。こんなの最低だ。
Hikaru,
みんなに迷惑かけてスケジュールも狂わせて俺何やってるんだろう。この間も倒れてみんなに心配かけたのにこれじゃプロ失格だ。
Hikaru's voice was trembling. For someone who had always tried so hard to be perfect, I can only imagine how painful this must be. I stood beside him without saying anything. I needed to say something, but I had no idea what words I should choose. Then, suddenly, my eyes landed on the piano. Hey, Hikaru. Then today, I'll sing for you.
Huh?
Hikaru looked up. I sat down in front of the piano and placed my fingers on the keys. If you can't sing, then I will instead. I'm not very good, but will you listen? As I awkwardly played the melody, I started singing softly. The song we made together. Honestly, my pitch and rhythm were questionable. It was probably the kind of singing that'll make Hikaru laugh if he heard it. Sure enough, I heard Hikaru let out a small snort of laughter. When I turned around, Hikaru was covering his mouth as he laughs. I hope you're enjoying this entertainment, sir. It's all for you.
何それ。全然リズム合ってないじゃん。
I know that.
サビのところ半音ずれてる。
You don't have to go that far. Hikaru's laughter gradually grew louder. His voice was still hoarse, but even so, he was definitely
ご
laughing.
めん。でもありがとう。
Jeez, you're laughing too much.
だって君の歌可愛すぎて。
Saying that, Hikaru slowly stood up. Then he came over to me and sat down beside me on the piano bench.
Ne.
Yeah? A whispering, hoarse voice. What is it?
声が戻るまで隣で待っててくれる？
Always. As he said that, Hikaru's hand gently came to rest over mine. I'll stay right here beside you. I gently held his hand in return. Our fingers intertwined. Hikaru's hand was a little cold, but I could feel it gradually growing warmer. For a while, we sat there holding hands without saying anything. The quiet of the studio felt strangely comforting.
落ち着いてきた。
Really?
君がいると大丈夫な気がする。不思議だな。さっきまで焦ってて、すごく苦しくて、どうしようって気持ちばっかりだったのに、君と一緒にいると、こんなにも気持ちが落ち着いてくる。
Hikaru took a small deep breath. Then he closed his eyes.
歌ってみてもいい？
Huh? But your
わ
voice.
からない。でも、今なら歌える気がするんだ。
Hikaru slowly opened his eyes. There was none of the panic or fear from earlier left in them. Alright, let me hear you. I placed my fingers on the keys and slowly began to play the intro. And then, Hikaru began to sing. His voice was different from usual. It wasn't the perfect, technical, polished singing voice he normally had. It was a voice without ornament, just as it was. Gentle, quiet, and yet strong. It was the kind of singing that made it feel as though Hikaru's heart itself had become sound. His gentle voice filled my chest. I desperately held back the trembling in my hands so I could keep playing. When the final note faded, the studio was once again wrapped in silence.
どうだった？
Hikaru asked it a little anxiously, and I answered with a smile. It was so good, better than ever.
そっか。
Hikaru smiled in relief. Then he squeezed my hand, still intertwined with his.
君がいてくれたから、もう一度歌えたんだ。ありがとう。君がいるから、強くなれるんだ。
Hikaru whispered it softly, as though savoring the words. Then, looking at me, he narrowed his eyes with a wistful
不
tenderness.
思議だな。こんな気持ちになったの、生まれて初めてだ。ねえ、どうして君は俺にこんなに勇気をくれるのかな。うんうん、いいんだ。俺には分かってるから、俺のそばにいてくれてありがとう。
Hikaru tightened his grip on my hand once more. In the studio filled with the light of dusk, we stayed there for a while, quietly holding hands. Oh, I'm so glad they didn't really stick too long with the whole losing his voice thing, because we're so close to the end. The days that followed passed by peacefully. Hikaru gradually started cutting back on the work, spending more time showing up at the album production sessions.
今日も来たよ。
Welcome! Oh, hi Hikaru. You didn't have a shoot today?
午前中で終わったから。ここにいてもいい？
Sure. Of course.
よかった。邪魔になったらどうしようってちょっと思ってたんだ。
Even you worry about things like that, Hikaru.
そりゃそうだよ。君の邪魔はしたくないからね。
Saying that, Hikaru sat down on the studio sofa like he always did.
なんか、ここにいると落ち着くんだよね。
The studio?
うん。君のそばが。
His casual words made my heart skip a beat.
仕事の合間とか、ふとした時に君のこと考えてる自分がいてさ。
Is that so?
迷惑だった？
No, not at all. I'm happy when you come too. When I answered, Hikaru smiled softly, his eyes narrowing with happiness.
そっか。よかった。じゃあ俺たち、両思いだね。
Huh? Hikaru smiled meaningfully. I looked away from him and hurriedly returned to my work. What did he mean by that? It didn't feel like something you'd say to just a coworker. But if that's the case... No, it probably didn't mean anything that deep. Girl! Pushing the thought away, I focused on my work. But the more I thought about it, the more my heart raced and refused to settle. That day, I was working late into the night, editing a demo. The staff had long since gone home, leaving just Hikaru and me in the studio. Maybe I should tweak this mix a bit more. Behind me, as I worked at the computer, Hikaru sat quietly on the sofa. Admiring me, are you? Hikaru, you can go home first if you want. I'll be a bit longer. His reply was quiet. When I turned around, Hikaru was leaning against the sofa, dozing off. He fell asleep. Even though he's been trying not to overdo it lately, he must still be tired. His sleeping face looked more innocent than usual. Somehow, I found it kind of cute. I quietly stood up and picked up a blanket from the corner of the room. He might catch a cold. I'll be careful not to wake him. I gently approached and was about to drape the blanket over him when... What? Suddenly, Hikaru grabbed my arm and pulled me into an embrace. And he's still sleeping! For some reason, the sleeping Hikaru was hugging me. I was completely wrapped in his arms. Hikaru? He's half asleep, right? I tried to slip out without waking him, but he held me tightly, making it impossible. At that moment, Hikaru slowly opened his eyes. Hey! Our gazes met as his eyes fluttered open. He was close. So close, I could feel his breath. I was just gonna put a blanket over you.
気づいてた。
Wait, were you not asleep when you grabbed me? You were awake?
君が毛布をかけようとしてくれた時に目が覚めたんだ。
So you did that on purpose. I see.
そうだったんだ。
Do you have something to say to me, Hikaru? Suddenly, silence fell between us. Hikaru said nothing. He just stared at me. His eyes carried a different kind of intensity than usual. Hikaru? Instead of answering, Hikaru gently placed his hand on my cheek. Wrapped in the warmth of his palm, I felt a certain premonition. He leaned closer. I slowly closed my eyes. Let's go! We got the kiss! Our lips met softly. Thank you for the lip smacking sound too. Gentle and warm. Even though it was only for a moment, my head felt numb. Our lips parted, and we looked at each other again. Hikaru. He called my name, smiling wistfully.
ごめん。仕事中は手を出さないって決めてたのにな。
With a soft chuckle, Hikaru brought his lips close to my ear.
君があんまりに優しいから我慢できなくなっちゃった。
His fingers gently combed through my hair. Still holding me, he nuzzled his cheek against mine like he was seeking comfort.
今日は一緒にいたい。
Oh my god. Hikaru.
ね。いい？
His voice was soft and needy. He looked so vulnerable. Nothing like his usual perfect idol self. I nodded quietly. Yeah. Hikaru hugged me again. This time, tighter than before, but still gentle.
ありがとう。
His whispered brush against my ear. Still holding me, he rolled over on the sofa. I ended up pinned beneath him. With nowhere to escape? Oh, I'm not going to escape either way!
かわいい。
In the studio? On the studio couch? He looked at me fondly, then leaned in again. He kissed me lightly, and I instinctively squeezed my eyes shut. Seeing that, Hikaru let out a small laugh.
ね。俺を見て。
Hikaru?
君に見つめられたいんだ。
When I opened my eyes, he stole another kiss. Our lips pressed together, hot enough to make me dizzy.
好きだよ。今日はもう逃がさない。
Idol, that line! Bro, in the studio? I'm so happy there's no one else here. That is wild. No one else can sit on this couch after we're done with it. Holy shit! He pulled me close. I didn't know how to escape his arms. We are not escaping. The next morning. When I woke in the faint light, we slept in the studio! Oh my god, Hikaru! There's no shot. There's no way. There is sexy time on the couch studio and we slept here. Opening my eyes, I caught my breath. We had fallen asleep together on the sofa, the blanket covering us both, and Hikaru's arm was wrapped around me. Oh man, it would be so nice if I can get a picture of Hikaru without his shirt on, maybe not some pants either. So it wasn't a dream. Remembering last night made my face heat up. At that moment, Hikaru beside me slowly opened his eyes. Good morning.
おはよう。
He answered in a sleepy voice and looked at me, his expression softening.
起きて君がいるって。いいな。すごくホッとする。もう少し、このままでいたいな。
Saying that, Hikaru pulled me into his arms again. Feeling his warmth so close made my cheeks flush. As I grew shy, Hikaru smiled happily.
そんなに恥ずかしい？
It's a bit embarrassing. I'm not used to such a situation, Hikaru.
俺は幸せだよ。
I'm so sorry.
君とこうして朝を迎えられてさ。
I have my door open because it's just me in the house, but I can see my cat Jojo in the living room trying to chase flies and eat them. So just out of the corner of my eye, I can see him just zooming across the room and then like running into the blinds, and it's distracting me. He smiled, his eyes narrowing with happiness.
久しぶりにこんなにぐっすり眠れた気がする。
Really?
うん。いつもはなかなか寝つけなかったり、夜中に何度か目が覚めるのに、今日は朝まで一度も起きなかった。君のおかげだよ。やっぱり君がいないともうダメみたいだ。
Saying that, Hikaru gently placed his hand on my cheek.
ね。
Yeah?
もう一回していい？
Do what? One more time? Before I could answer, our lips met. A gentle kiss, just a little longer than last night's. When our lips parted, Hikaru smiled happily.
好きだよ。
Can we like lines? We can! I didn't even realize that. Oh my god, I had to like that one. We definitely had to keep that one. Wait, what about this one? We keep little kissies too. Yeah, I love you too. In the studio filled with morning light, we quietly gazed at each other. Hikaru is an idol. I couldn't believe it was okay for me to be doing something like this with him. I don't know what will happen from here, but somehow, I felt like everything would be okay with him.
何考えてるの？
No, it's nothing.
そっか。
With a soft chuckle, he turned his gaze toward the door.
さて、そろそろ起きないとね。
We need to get
誰
dressed
か来ちゃうかもしれないし。
and wipe away any bodily fluids. Yeah.
でも、もう少しだけ。
Saying that, Hikaru hugged me tightly.
もう少しだけ。このままでいさせて。
His voice sounded so happy that I let out a small laugh. All right, Wrapped in the soft morning light, we stayed close like that for a while. Being in his arms made me nervous, but at the same time, it felt incredibly comforting. This was the first time I realized that. We're almost there, y'all. 2 more chapters, Hikaru! Oh my god, bro. I was not expecting the whole sex happened in the studio, and that makes me very excited for the other guys' events. Oh, fins too, please? Please, 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 please. Several days had passed since then, and Hikaru's voice was gradually recovering. But he still wasn't fully back to normal. Even after re-recording the song several times, his singing still kept catching somewhere.
もう一回お願いします。
So he's still stressed out about something. Understood. Take 12. Here we go. The accompaniment began to play, and Hikaru started singing. But again, something about it was still awkward.
すみません。もう一度。
What could it be? They gave him a break from all the stress and stuff. Is it still like a psychological thing? Hikaru, shall we stop here for today? You mustn't push yourself.
はい。すみません。
Then good work today. Good work today. Everyone started getting ready to leave, and that was the end of today's vocal recording session. After the staff left, the studio was once again just the 2 of us. Outside the window, it had already gone completely dark. Even so, Hikaru still didn't move from the studio.
情けないな。声は戻ってきてる。
Hikaru, I swear to God.
全然うまく歌えない。
Since we are together now, I will not accept you talking down about yourself like this. Sitting on the sofa, Hikaru buried his hand in his knees. You don't have to rush. Take it slow.
でも締め切りが。
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
ごめん。君には励ましてもらってばっかりだね。
Hikaru.
もう遅いし、君も帰って大丈夫だよ。俺はもう少し練習してくから。
But you really shouldn't push yourself. You might collapse.
そうだね。でも、もう少しやっておきたいんだ。
I sat down in front of the piano. Was there anything I could do to help Hikaru? At that moment, a certain song suddenly came to mind. Hey, Hikaru, will you listen for a second?
What?
It's an old song. I wonder if you remember it. I placed my fingers on the keys and quietly began to play the melody. A song we wrote together in the music room at Sunset back in high school. It was clumsy and rough around the edges, but to us, it was a special song. It was the very first song Hikaru sang at the audition to become an idol. Hikaru lifted his face. His eyes were wide with surprise.
この曲。
Yeah, the song that belonged to us back then. The nostalgic melody echoed through the quiet studio.
覚えてたんだ。
Of course I do. It was the first song I ever made with you, Hikaru. You remember it too, didn't you?
当然だよ。忘れるわけない。俺にとって最初の曲なんだから。
Hikaru slowly stood up. Then he walked over to the piano.
懐かしいな。この曲を歌ってた頃は一生懸命で歌うことに必死だったっけ。君が作ってくれた曲に身を委ねるだけでよかった。それが心地よくて。だから 素直に歌えて。そのおかげでオーディションにも受かったんだよね。
Mm-hmm.
そうして俺はアイドルになれた。
As if tracing those memories from long ago, Hikaru murmured the words with deep feeling. Oh, is my phone dying? Ooh. Oh, it definitely is. Hold on. I need to charge the phone. Give me a sec, chat. Forgot to do that too. Yeah, where is it? There. And where's the thingy? I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Oh, Jesus! Oh my god! It's at 4%. Phone might end up dying, y'all. Oh my god, I definitely forgot to charge. Holy crap. Please make it. We're almost there. We're almost there.
歌ってもいいかな。
Yeah, then I'll play it again. As I kept playing the piano, Hikaru quietly began to sing. At first, his voice was small, almost like a whisper, but little by little, it began to grow. It was the same melody as back then, but his singing voice was completely different. The song from those days, sung now by the current Hikaru, 10 years later, after knowing both pain and joy. I'm sorry if I'm reading a bit quickly. I did not realize the phone was dying that fast. Amazing. The rough, unfinished song was being reborn into something deep and beautiful. It was now filled with an adult tenderness and a warmth that we never could have expressed as high school students. It had become a song that resonated far more deeply than it ever had before. After the final note faded, silence lingered for a while. The morning sun streamed in through the window and gently lit up the studio.
歌えた。
You did? Yeah.
歌えたよ。やっと歌えた。
There were faint tears swelling in Hikaru's eyes.
この曲を歌ったら分かった気がする。俺が何のために歌ってるのか。
Hikaru.
認められたいとか完璧でいなきゃとか、そんな、ただ大切な人に届けたいから歌うんだって。あの頃の君と曲を作っていた頃の俺はそれを知っていたんだ。
Hikaru took my hand. The patience from before had vanished before him from his eyes, replaced by gentle light.
ありがとう。君がいなかったら戻れなかった。
I didn't do anything.
してくれたよ。君が俺の原点を思い出させてくれた。君が俺を本物の俺をもう一度見つけてくれたんだ。
Squeezing my hand tightly, he looked straight at me. A strong light shone in his eyes.
ねえ、この曲をアルバムに入れてもいいかな。リード曲にしたいんだ。
But this is a song we wrote in high school.
だからこそだよ。俺と君の始まりの曲だから。新しい霧島光を届けるのに一番ふさわしい曲だって思ったんだ。今の俺がもう一度歌いたいんだ。ねえ、いい？
Gazing into those earnest eyes, I nodded. Yeah, okay.
ありがとう。
Smiling softly, Hikaru pulled me into a hug. Holding me in his arms, he whispered happily.
最高のアルバムにしよう。みんなに新しい歌を届けるんだ。
After that, we rearranged that song in a more modern style. Keeping the high school melody intact, We added sounds that only the two of us now could create.
それでここはこうやってアレンジをするのはどうかな。
That sounds good. The next, let's do this.
すごくいいな。思いが強くなったって感じられる。
Then for the next part, let's do this. Day after day, we shared our ideas for the song with each other. Pushing each other higher, we completed the album's lead track together. Recording day, and then, a few days later. With this, the recording for— Oh, we did it! Recording's done! Hell yeah! Alright, is that the hard part now? Is that done? Hikaru sang the finished songs beautifully. When Hikaru stepped out of the booth, the entire staff greeted him with an applause. Great work! Great work, Hikaru. It turned into a wonderful album.
ありがとうございます。
At last, the album was complete. It was an album that Hikaru and I had created together. Great work, Hikaru.
ありがとう。
We exchanged glances and smiled at each other. All that was left now was to share these songs with everyone. These precious songs we had created together. I was already so excited for the day they would reach the world. A week had passed since the album's release. I wonder how Hikaru's doing. Between release events and magazine shoots, Hikaru had been busy every single day, and I still hadn't been able to see him. I just hope he hasn't been pushing himself so hard that he collapsed. Just as I was about thinking that, I got a call from Hikaru. Hello? Mira?
ねえ、聞いて。
Yeah? Hikaru's voice over the phone was trembling with excitement.
アルバムの売り上げ、過去最高だって。
Let's go!
初週で記録更新したらしい。
Really?
しかも、リード曲がすごい話題になってる。今までの光と違う、心に響くって。
That's amazing! Congratulations, Hikaru!
君のおかげだよ。本当にありがとう。君が俺を導いてくれた。だからみんなの心に届いたんだ。
We worked hard together. It's because you and I worked hard together, Hikaru.
あ、そうだね。君と俺とで頑張ったおかげだ。きっとこの曲はもっともっとたくさんの人に届いてくれる。そう確信してるよ。君の曲でみんなを幸せにできたんだ。
Hikaru spoke over the phone, sounding happy from the bottom of his heart. I could picture how happy he looked as he said it, and as we talked, I smiled quietly to myself. A few days later, Hikaru's interview was playing on TV. This album has been very well received. People are especially talking about the lead track, saying it shows a side of Kirishima Hikaru we've never seen before.
ありがとうございます。
What kind of feelings did you put into the song? On the screen, Hikaru smiled a little shyly.
この曲は俺の大切な居場所の記憶です。
By my side? A memory of the place where you belong.
はい。昔、大切な人と過ごした時間があって、その記憶が俺の原点なんです。完璧じゃなくてもいい。ありのままの自分でいい。そう教えてくれた人がいたから、この曲が歌えました。
That's a lovely story.
はい。 これからもこの時の気持ちを忘れずに歌い続けていきたいです。
As he said that and smiled, Hikaru's expression looked endlessly calm and happy. Watching the TV, my eyes filled up with tears. Hikaru. From that music room at dusk, to the two of us made it all the way here. From here on too, we can keep walking forward together. It was a happy moment that made me certain of that. Oh my gosh, we have one more to go! Hikaru song! We're playing that after. But we finally got it. 2 weeks after the album release. For the first time, I had been invited to Hikaru's home.
いらっしゃい。
Thank
よく来
you!
てくれたね。
I'm glad you invited me. I have like a little present. You have housewarming gifts, right? Hikaru, who opened the door for me, was dressed casually. So different from his usual glamorous idol appearance. Seeing him so natural felt refreshing.
緊張してる？
Should I be nervous? A little.
そんなに構えなくていいよ。ほら入って。
As he took my hand and led me into the living room, an unbelievable sight spread before me. The table was filled with a variety of colorful dishes. Salad, pasta, meat dishes, even dessert. You're feeding me? You made all of this, Hikaru?
今日のために練習したんだ。
The cutest thing a man can do is practice how to make food for you. You practiced?
実は1週間前から毎日作ってて、やっと人に出せるレベルになったかなって。
Hikaru smiled bashfully, and my chest warmed at the sight. That's amazing. Hikaru, you can cook too.
いや、今まで全然だったよ。でも、君に食べてもらいたくて。
For me?
当たり前でしょ。さあ、冷めないうちに食べよう。
He pulled out a chair for me, escorting me like we were in a restaurant.
飲み物は何がいい？ワインもあるし、ジュースもあるよ。
Then I'll have a little wine. Getting a little tipsy, are we?
了解。
As Hikaru poured the wine into my glass, I quietly watched his profile. It was my first time being treated like this by someone. Just imagining how much effort he put into today made my chest feel full.
じゃあ、乾杯しようか。
Yes, yes, yes! Yeah!
アルバムの成功と、これからの俺たちに。
Kanpai! I took a sip of the wine and began eating the food. It's delicious.
本当？よかった。
Seeing Hikaru genuinely relieved was so cute that I couldn't help but smile. Were you that worried?
そりゃそうだよ。君に美味しいって言ってもらいたくて頑張ったんだから。
I'm happy. Thank you, Hikaru.
こっちこそ。来てくれてありがとう。
Time passed peacefully. As we ate, we talked about the album, about the future, and about all sorts of trivial things.
そういえば、インタビューの反響すごかったね。
I saw it. The phrase, memory of the place I belong, was beautiful.
恥ずかしかったけど、本当のことだからさ。
The fans seemed really happy too. They were saying they got to see a new side of you, Hikaru.
でも、一番見て欲しかったのは君なんだけどね。
His casual words made my heart skip again. After finishing dessert, we moved to the sofa together. Sofa time?
お腹いっぱいになった？
Yeah, it was really delicious. Thank you for the meal.
どういたしまして。
Outside the window, a night view stretched out. The city lights seen from the high-rise apartment sparkled like jewels. It's beautiful.
ここからの景色好きなんだ。でも、一人で見てると寂しくてさ。
Really?
うん。誰かと一緒に見たいってずっと思ってた。
Hikaru gently took my hand.
あのさ。
Yeah?
最初に言ったよね。歌う意味がわからなくなってたって。もう一度音楽を愛する気持ちを取り戻したい。だから君とアルバムを作りたいんだって。今回のアルバムでようやく本当の意味で歌えたって気がするんだ。それで一緒に作っていく中で俺はこれまで自分が認められたい一心で歌ってたんだって気がついた。完璧じゃなきゃって。ずっと自分を追い詰めてたんだ。でも君と曲を作っていく中で変われた気がする。ありのままの自分で歌っていいんだって。
His grip tightened around my hand.
君がいなければこのアルバムは完成しなかった。俺一人じゃ絶対にたどり着けなかった場所だよ。
Hikaru.
ありがとう。俺のそばにいてくれて。
As he looked at me with such serious eyes, my chest filled with emotion.
君がいないともう無理なんだ。だから。
Dakara? Hikaru pulled me closer.
君が欲しい。
We're saving that one too! He embraced me. I was completely wrapped in Hikaru's arms.
これからも一緒に曲を作ってほしい。俺のそばにいてほしい。
Hikaru.
曲だけじゃない。全部欲しいんだ。
Yeah, we're saving that one too.
全部が。ダメ。
Nope, nope, nope. It's not wrong at all, bud. Nope, nope, nope. We're good, we're good. His voice was uncertain. Hikaru, who was always so confident, now sounded so vulnerable. I shook my head. It's not wrong. I feel the same way.
本当？
Yeah, I want all of you too, Hikaru. The moment he heard those words, Hikaru's expression lit up. He gently brought his face closer. As I closed my eyes, our lips met softly. A deep kiss, more urgent, more heated than the night in the studio. When our lips parted, he looked at me. There's a deep desire in his eyes.
こっち来て。
Bro took me to his bedroom! He took my hand and led me into the bedroom. Jesus! Still holding me gently, he laid me down softly on the large bed.
怖くない。
Nope, 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 nope. Never. Not with you, Hikaru.
ありがとう。大事にする。
Honeybee, you be gentle! Oh my god! With those gentle words, bro, end it! Save me! In my suffering, I'm not gonna make it. Hikaru's hands traced through my hair, my cheek, my neck. So gentle, so careful. I could feel how much he cherished me, and my chest filled with emotion. Let me feel something else.
ずっと好きだった。
I love you too. I love you so much, Hikaru. His lips. Oh, he's It's left shut out by death? In the room lit only by the city lights, we slowly built it. Oh my god! Oh my god! They could have ended right there and been perfect. Morning sunlight streamed in as I woke up. Beside me was Hikaru, sleeping peacefully. I'm gonna lose my mind. Please make it to the end. It wasn't a dream, girl. No, it was not. Remembering last night made my face flush. At that moment, Hikaru stared beside me and slowly opened his eyes. Good morning.
隣にいる。
Huh?
朝起きて君が隣にいる。
Saying that, Hikaru smiled happily.
これからもこうやって一緒
Oh, we
に
definitely can't.
朝を迎えたいな。
Yeah,
俺の隣にいてくれる？
I will. Always. When I nodded, Hikaru smiled as if he were about to cry. He pulled me close and gently kissed my forehead.
俺きっと世界で一番。
Here, then I am too.
本当？
Yeah,
愛してるよ。
me too. I love you. We looked at each other and smiled. In the soft morning light, we quietly stayed close together. Another seed? It is my suffering. I can't. My heart is. But several months later. Hikaru, it's done.
本当に？
I showed Hikaru the computer screen. The data for a new song was displayed. The lead track for the next album. What do you think?
聞かせて。
Working hard as hell. Hikaru put on the headphones and listened with a serious expression. When the song ended, he quietly took off the headphones.
すごくいい。
Really?
ここのメロディすごく好きだ。挫折しても不可能だと感じても夢を諦めない。そんな感情が伝わってくるよ。
I'm glad. As I sighed in relief, Hikaru smiled at me. In the last album, Hikaru arranged the song I wrote, but this time it's different. For the beginning, we're creating the sound together.
ここのコード進行こうしたらどうかな。
Ooh, that's nice. Then maybe the melody could go like this.
すごくいい。そのまま行こう。
We refined the song together, sharing ideas. It felt just like the time we spent in the music room back in high school. But now, we were even more in sync.
やっぱり君と作る曲が一番しっくりくるな。俺の歌いたいことを君はちゃんと分かってくれてる。
Hikaru stopped working and looked at me.
次もその次も君と一緒にやりたいんだ。
Hikaru,
ずっと君と音楽を作っていきたい。
his earnest gaze made my chest grow warm. I feel the same way.
本当？
Yeah, I'm so happy making songs with you, Hikaru. From now on, always. Hikaru's face lit up. The innocent, childlike smile. Probably only I get to see it.
ありがとう。最高のパートナーだよ。
I could say the same.
じゃあお互いに最高のパートナーってことで。
The afternoon light streaming through the window softly illuminated the studio. From here on, we'll surely make many more songs together and share countless smiles together too.
さて続きやろうか。俺たちの新曲完成させよう。
Yeah. We sat side by side at the piano. Hikaru's fingers touched the keys, and a gentle melody began to flow. Our sounds overlapped. A special cut of music, just for the two of us, was being born. From now on, always together. Holding onto the happiness, I smiled beside Hikaru. Did we do it? Oh, let's go! Hold on. We need to, where is it? Mother truckin'. BGM. We have Hikaru's songs, right? Oh! They added the songs on the official YouTube, and definitely on the Ikemen yapping stream this Saturday, we're going to listen to it. There is a, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Music. Here it is! Samples. Ah, I'm gonna have to, if I keep listening like crazy. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop or I'm gonna be here all day and my phone is definitely dying. But we did it! Oh my god. We played through Hikaru's event story. It was the cutest thing ever. I am so happy they still included the romance into it because I wasn't sure how they were gonna do that. But we still ended up with Hikaru either way, and I'm so glad. We've made him remember why he was making music, why he wanted to be an idol. And I was not expecting the sex, y'all. I was not expecting that one. But that was a great thing, and I am so looking forward to Finn's event song because that is best boy for me. That is my #1. He has my heart like crazy. And Finn's song, oh my god. I'm not gonna survive a Finn song either. Oh my god, I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys all enjoyed it too. I love Idols of Starlight so much. I am looking forward to the next update. If it's Finn, we're gonna have to say goodbye to all of my money because I'm gonna roll like crazy for its exclusive cards. Oh yeah, I enjoyed that. So that's it for today's stream. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Next stream should be this Saturday. Same time, gonna be an Ikemen yapping sesh. Just gonna watch some videos and just talk about my favorite fictional men. I have a long playlist of things I want to show you guys and react to. So if you guys can all make it, we can all fangirl over fictional men. So that's it for today, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye!